and have this chance to perform. Now, I've heard Moses tell me he wants to play this so damn much. I'm hoping they show up, but the nades are already brutal from Tessez and Nico. That's where you're going to look towards Naf and Twist to try and get this back under control. Elige throwing that Moto smoke in to try and facilitate this A play. And Nico, the only man here right now, might be hard-pressed to hold on to this site. He's wrapping around through long, but he might miss the timing on these players getting up through short side. Now, that's not the end of the world for Nico that he doesn't get a fight there. He's still a hell of a lot closer than Team Liquid might be ready for.
Yeah, Liquid, they see that smoke come out from Moto, they clear it, they push it, they make sure no one's playing it, and now the plant comes through, so Heroic are forced to retake, again with no kit. Stound's got a nade, that could be lobbed into the pit, but you can see Twist is wide, lobbing in a Moto smoke of his own, so he will avoid damage. Jumping up, dangerous move, as Heroic encroach on their position towards short. There's a flash, it's beautiful. Naf, not blinded though, in the sight, he gets traded, it's all on a lead. Only a UMP and double peak by Nico and co. It's a quick round for Heroic, and they have time for the defuse as well. That is snuck right under the hands of Liquid. Great round for Heroic, just in time, and all beginning with those double nade dunks to, up towards B as well. There may have even been a trade to Borup, but it didn't matter one bit. Well timed. We know Heroic's utility usage is great.
Those nades were sick, man, and you could see Liquid were not ready for that at all. Like, you know, they get completely blindsided by it. That's a really nifty little double nade setup in towards the B site. So Heroic snatching that round back, and immediately we're into a competitive game. However, these force buy wars that you so often see when you trade these rounds back and forth won't be starting, and that there is because Team Liquid get the bomb down in that round. And so therefore, if they eco this, they're actually good for a buy in the follow-up.
I actually really like that decision, right? Most teams just force buy war, especially on the T side. Not only are those AKs cheap and you can get pretty good buys, but also, you know, breaking that CT economy can leave you double eco early on. Liquid could easily take a bit of a streak, but instead, this is like showing respect to your opponent. You know what Heroic are made of, you know they're well armed now, and Liquid just go, look, we believe in our own game, we want our full guns, let's get them as soon as possible rather than trifle with these force buy wars. Naf, with the Deagle naded, he's going to try and push Cadian out of position, but quick shot on the UMP bot to swing and doubles up, dropping the bomb. No casualties for Heroic against the pistols. And Liquid now, regardless, coming in with guns. I say that, they're nearing 4K a player. So some of these players, if they want to buy AKs, won't have any utility. So let's see how Liquid choose to disperse this cash in round number 4. Oh, Twist. Now that is bold, my friend.
Twist, what are you doing, man?
He's going apps. That's where he's going.
All right then, Twist, with your little sawn off, with your little shotty. Let's see what he's able to do. Look at him running off alt mid. Let's keep our eye on.
Oh, and he's thrown it out. Twist. Come on, Twist. At least give it a go.
So defeatist.
It's a misbuy. It's a misbuy.
Yeah, it might be a misbuy, but you know you got to roll with the punches. Yeah. That's $800. Wait, hang on. That's more than $800.
It's like $1,200.
Yeah.
I don't know, I wouldn't buy it.
Oh yeah, it is $1,200. Why am I thinking 8? You don't get 8 for anything.
Mate, pistol shotgun, that's an interesting strat.
Oh man, well, Stewie's dead, so now there's a gun that Twist could go and grab.
Oh, well, not
over
really.
in the T apartments.
Yeah, I was going to say, smoked off at the bottom of B. Heroic went 4B to get that util down to not only kill Stewie, but now Stan with the bottom of Banana smoked off, and he still has a Molotov to stall. Liquid going into this padded A site, 2 on long for either side with the re-smoke down for Heroic. I like the Heroic are just cutting it off. They go, fine, you know, you want mid? You can have it. We're 4 here. The fake reload for Cadian. Oh, it baits a swing, but he does die. Running low on ammo. 9 shots and Elige on 6 health. Liquid control CT spawn.
Yeah, there are players here to contest it, right? Borup is at least like a pretty important piece of this round right here. He's able to confirm that they're not flanking B, and so as a result, right, Stound is a lot less pressured inside of that B site, and these players in A know to keep their wits about them for this library split in through long. Now that doesn't bear Tess as well, but Borup on this wrap was hoping to get it back under control. Twist, is he ready for this pincer? He's not. Stound coming in through the library, and then helping out down in the pit would have been Nico, but he was never even spotted. So, like, even if Stound doesn't find that kill, the round is still probably Heroics, thanks to Nico just waiting patiently down in the pit. And that's a bit of a rough first rifle round there for Liquid, right? I think they were hoping that that illusion of them being CT would really throw this CT setup into disarray. And that is where Borup is very, very important, right? He doesn't really get anything done from his position, but he provides a hell of a lot of information. He's able to call, right, they might be in CT, but they're not pushing B. They're coming back to A. And so those A players never leave those defensive positions inside of the site.
These UMPs have been brutal for Heroic. We're seeing that gun more and more right now. And yeah, with Liquid also having Stewie die and Banana as well, they couldn't really split that B bomb site. It would just be down to full CT control. So, as you said, good info for Borup. And Heroic, very mobile on the CT side already. Again, the same case of getting early B nades in and then moving a fourth player over. Cadian is now on the Arch side. Got Stown solo B jump spotting with a smoke, and right now Liquid taking that mid control once again. It's pretty weak buy, but you can see the triple nade trying to try and dunk Nico in the pit. That's the game plan, and they do hit him, but not enough to get the kill. Borup on the site spraying the smoke, and oh my, he mows him down. It's an easy round for Heroic, 4-1 with 5 alive. Good for the money indeed.
One thing I will say, like, from covering a lot of NACS this year, it felt like, especially kind of towards like the mid-end point of the year, it felt like, especially for like the 3 top dogs, and I'm talking, you know, Furia, e.g. Liquid, things got like a little more puggy at one point in time, like they were trying to have a bit more fun with it. And I do sometimes think that, you know, you know, what with there being so many games being played all the time, right? It does feel like maybe that kind of more relaxed, having fun with it, chilling out, has hurt them a bit in these European bouts whenever they've come over, because the level in Europe feels like it hasn't necessarily dropped, even though it feels inconsistent, right? I don't think we ever see teams just kind of having a joke, having a laugh in the server. And that's the thing, like in NA, the gap between those 3 top teams, aside from Chaos, who were able to kind of challenge it and close it a lot, never really felt like there was much of a chance for the teams outside of those to actually start picking up event wins.
Lovely trade for Tessus, but Twist is quick in the apartment, and Liquid once again have a man up. No shotgun needed. Tessus goes back to the pit. Stown still sits solo B. It's round like these where Liquid might just try and full execute that site, but the jump up, how does Tessus win that battle? I do not know. Twist is dead on the Absolurk, and now they actually pre-rotate B. It was looking like Liquid wanted to rotate back, but funnily enough, they're hanging around the middle. Luckily enough for Heroic, looking like they want to re-aggress at B. They're going to have this info ahead of time. Tessus now making the call. Guys, they're all on me right now. But it's looking like Arch for Liquid. 40 seconds. Enough time to wrap B, and with Heroic getting aggressive, Liquid might not have a split, but they could swap sites with Heroic and take B through the spawn. Tess is now making the call. Guys, it's awfully quiet at A right now, and Heroic, they're going to realize too little and too late.
Yeah, they'll hear that flash go into B, and there you go. Like, you can see the pennies drop. Borup's like, oh, bother, I better start heading back round. But this site's already fallen. Now, it is a 3-on-3 retake over towards B, so there's still a big old chance here for Heroic, even with that bomb down. With all 3 coming from Banana, a lot of this is going to hinge on if they're given any of these early fights. And this utility, this Molotov, can be used to force players out of position. Now combining that with the flashes, Grim caught out in the open. He really needs to make a bit of a stand here, and Stewie is there to help him out. It's left to Tessus, who would need the ace in the 1v2 if he wants to pick this up, and at just 36 HP, he's bowing out of the round. He's giving it over to Team Liquid. Great little wrap in through CT spawn there.
Perfect.
I also like that whenever we have the Liquid player cams up, you can see Moses stood behind them, looking onward.
Yeah, it's great to see Grim in Europe as well. I feel like that's a big talking point we can get into as well, right? Not to say that, like, when Liquid had Nitro, that's when they had most of their success. Obviously, the world and the scene is in a very different place right now. But Grim has looked great throughout all of Liquid. There's been no doubt about that. But, of course, you know, if we just go